seriously, just look at this shit. Like, well, I mean, he hasn't done, but just the Ice Titan never stops attacking. It's incredible, honestly, if it wasn't so horrible. Anyway, hey there, Condor K, and this is me taking on the Ice Titan. I still stand by the fact that he's harder than Sephiroth. Which, if you don't know, Kingdom Hearts has a few bonus bosses all over it. I talked about Kurtzisa and Phantom in the Hades Cup. And one hides in Agrabah, the other in Neverland. And while they're both pretty tough and they have their gimmicks, they actually aren't nearly as stressful as this is. Anyway. So the Ice Titan is the gold match at the Olympus Coliseum. I honestly don't know when he unlocks, but I'm pretty sure it's at some time during your main quest. I think Chip and Dale tell you that there's more competitions available at the Coliseum, and you go there and the Hades Cup is open, and I think the gold match opens at the same time. I could be wrong, I don't entirely remember. Regardless of when it opens up, you'll know it's open when there's another entry below the Hades Cup that just reads as question marks, and it's a fight with this motherfucker right here. I've never liked the Ice Titan. Like, fighting him is always like the most stressful thing. Like, seriously, as the battle carries on and I get his health lower and lower, I feel myself just getting more nervous, because I'm like, if I die, I have to go through this entire lengthy process all over again. So, the Ice Titan, the only vulnerable part of the Ice Titan is his face, and I don't know if you know this, but Sora cannot jump that high. If we were in Neverland, that'd be a whole nother story, but we're not. So the only way to damage him is to knock back his little ice crystals. They'll head for his face, and you know, a few of them will hit him, maybe all of them, it all depends. But basically that's the only way to hit him. And after you do, like, I think almost a bar of damage, he'll go down and you can actually reach his head. That said, I think I would mostly use that time to heal myself while he's down, because you don't really do much damage to his head directly. Anyway, one thing you need to remember, Aero, or Aurora, or Aeroga, the defense spell, actually does deflect the things just by having it around you. The problem is that the developers knew that. They knew that to make it too easy. So whenever you cast Aero, the Ice Titan will change his ice crystals to be gigantic, and you can't deflect those. So, the main reason I edited out the first fight, in addition to it lasting forever, was I kept using Aero. I was dumb. I still used it a few times in my second attempt, I think. I think I realized it my first time, and I still kept using it. I don't entirely know why. But yeah, so never use Aero when fighting against the Ice Titan, no matter what you want. Save that for Sephiroth. Anyway, so there, see, he's down, and there I go trying to knock him out. I had Arcanum equipped for this run, but and I tried using it. It doesn't work. You can switch to Ragnarok, which is like an air-based Arcanum, Ars Arcanum. The issue, oh yeah, whoops, there I go. I kind of forgot about that move, I think. Or did he use it the first time? No, he used it the first time. Never mind. But yeah, Ragnarok is the air one. Each strike will carry you up higher, and you release a gigantic ball of energy into his face. Whether or not that does a lot of damage compared to just hitting him, I'm actually not entirely sure. But, you know, do it however you wish. Just as long as you can deflect these ice cubes at him and not kick his ass. One thing I try to do here is when he does the ice breath, I try to land safely so that I can at least knock back the last string of 5 shards at him, since it's more does more damage that way. And basically it's a whole lot of like avoiding his constant attacks and knocking back as many of these bitches as you can. That's all it is, and he never stops attacking. He's never gonna give you a break. And following his first knockdown, if you move out of his range, he'll turn around to face you, and when he does so, he'll spew out a shit ton of those little ice crystals, and that is pretty annoying. So I'd recommend trying to get him not to move. Like if you have to get out of his field of his range, which I will start doing eventually, it's best to go right back in afterwards so that he doesn't take a step. Because like I don't know, he does this move where he like stretches his arms out like that and drops those ice cubes on you. After I think his second or third knockdown, anytime he takes a step, one of those ice cubes will drop above you, and that's really fucking annoying. See, Arcanum is a ground-based attack. I don't know why I thought it would work. I just wasted MP there and time. And there, see, I went using that. I used Arrow. And I shouldn't be surprised that I'm getting my ass kicked. I do believe when I first played the match, I forgot about his Ice Breath, and I just let it freeze me. I don't think it killed me, though. But I panicked because it had been so long, and I kind of forgot about that move. I forgot, like, for both the Ice Titan, the Gold match, and Sephiroth, the Platinum match, I forgot a lot of their moves, so I panicked a lot, and that's what got me killed whenever they pulled off these new moves. But, you know, then you have to adapt, and you have to try again. This fight against the Ice Titan, my second attempt is like 6 minutes long, I think? Something like that. And, man, I can't believe it's only this long. Like, because it's like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It really feels like it takes a lot more time to beat this guy. Also, yeah, the tripping on the snow actually does damage. I didn't know that for the longest time. Like, if you step on it and Sora trips, it actually hurts. I didn't know that. So I'm wondering if you have like 1 HP, you know, it's going wing, 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 and you trip a ball, do you die? Like, does Sora die by tripping? I never tried it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should like just fight the Ice Titan again and just do that. Regardless, also another issue I had with this, once again, I only had Cura. Like I mentioned in Hades Cup 2, I didn't know how to get Curaga. And I think that was the main iffy deal when it came to this fight. But I didn't have a better healing spell. I do eventually pick it up, though I don't think it's any time during my first wave of attempts at beating the Ice Titan. Because I do give it quite a few goes. See, I mean, this guy, fuck, I like looking at him, and it's like I'm amazed at how quickly he attacks. You know, for being the Ice Titan, he has absolutely zero chill, and I don't really appreciate that. Anyway, so I think I beat him this way when I first played the game, way back in the day, knocking the icicles back by smacking them. I think. I didn't find out until much later. Like, once I got pissed off with how he attacks and how I can't deflect the fucking things well enough, I looked it up for any tips on beating him. And one of the main tips that I saw was to use Guard instead. Which, believe it or not, I never had Guard, the ability equipped this entire run of Kingdom Hearts. I just didn't. And I'm like, yeah, it is definitely much better. So right now, big tip, Guard. Like, I mean, you can beat him by knocking them back the way I'm doing them, but Guard is so much easier. Yeah, he only has one attack that he hasn't used yet, and that's because it only happens when he's really low on health. He has to be somewhere in his yellow bar, and right now he's in his orange bar, which again, it's the dark purple bar, the pink bar, the orange bar, the yellow bar, and the green bar, I think. I don't think I'm missing one. And that's it. At least in regards to this boss. Like I said before, Hades and Sephiroth have more than that. I don't remember about Hercules or Phantom. I actually think Phantom had less because fighting Phantom is like stressful as shit. It's like the slowest fight in the entire game. There's no way I was recording that. It's actually really boring to watch. Honestly, Phantom is pretty boring to fight. Honestly, I never enjoyed it. And there I go again. See, I didn't learn at this time. I don't know why I didn't. Seriously, I want a counter of how many times I use Cure. One of my least favorite things that games do is they give you a battle report that tells you how many times you died and did this and that and this and that, which is actually a super interesting thing to read. I would love to read it. The issue is that it's only ever available on the hardest difficulty. And there I go. got hit by a stray ice thing. I did pretty damn well though, you have to admit that. And here's my third attempt. But yeah, that's like, I read that if you beat Kingdom Hearts Final Mix Proud Mode, which is very hard, you'll get a report about how many times you died and whatnot. That's what I love about Metal Gear. It doesn't matter what difficulty you tackle Metal Gear on, it'll tell you what you fucked up and what you didn't fuck up while you were in the middle of the, while you played the game. That's really cool. The other game I would love to know that is Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island only tells you how many times you died if you beat, I think, every stage in the game 100%. Like, just beat the game 100%, you know, get 100 points in every single stage, and it'll tell you how many times you die. And given how many times I did die in, like, the special world levels, I really want to know, honestly. Let's see, like, just a side story. I used to play Yoshi's Island on the bus ride home, and my friend Brett sat next to me. We would actually trade off playing the game. I'd give my Game Boy to him, and he'd try, and we lost so many lives attempting this stupid bullshit levels from the final worlds and stuff. I told him, these levels are dumb. I can't do them. He's like, cool, let me try. And I'm like, you're gonna regret that soon enough. Oh yeah, did I just die? I wasn't quite paying attention. I was too lost in that story, but seriously, it was great. I wish I could say the two of us worked together to beat that game, but nah. Yoshi's Island is hard as shit. I wouldn't mind LPing that game once upon a time. Oh, I died again? Or was that... What attempt was that? Yeah, that was 4. That was a really short attempt. And I'm honestly not going to include the whole thing because some of these matches go on forever because I really pick and choose the times I want to attack. Regardless, there's really not much else to say in terms of the Ice Titan. Oh yeah, one tip I read was to cast a bunch of, or not cast, equip yourself with all the items that reduce ice damage in the game. You know, so he does less damage to you, and you have to cure less often, so you waste MP less often. You have more in storage for when you do need to cure, basically. That whole spiel. Oh, here it goes, here it goes. You saw me running around. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I just started running around in circles because I'm like, what's he doing? That's his, like, and it killed me. That's just like, I don't even know what I call it. I used to have a name for it. Like Ice Age attack, I think, is something I call, something like that. And basically, he powers up and unleashes an ice Kamehameha on you, and there it goes, boosh! It freezes everything in front of him. That's what I'm talking about. That's the move I was talking about. When he does it, you have to get away from in front of him, obviously, and doing so causes him to turn around if he's done. So when he starts the attack, go out of the way, and as soon as it's wrapping up, hop back in so he doesn't walk around. It's a bit tricky to master that timing, but it's very necessary, I think. Because you don't want him to step around, because look at this. It's really annoying, and if he's always moving like that, you have no window to heal yourself. And there he goes again. Trust me, it really pisses me off. It's like almost always a guaranteed 2 hits, and that's a lot of damage. So see, I'm like, when am I supposed to cure myself? I'm trying to run, but he keeps unleashing all these attacks. And when he started walking around, that'd give me even less time to try. And here we go, 7th attempt. This is fun, right? Ice Titan's dick! Yeah, I was getting so close these last few attempts that, like, I would, when I lose, I would throw the controller. Like, not wildly across the room as I would like to, because, you know, I don't want to break it. It's not mine. But, you know, just toss it a few feet and just, like, mainly hit myself and be like, ah, I was so close. It's really easy to get upset and shit like that. Which is funny, because a friend of mine posted an image. It was a pie chart that said, reasons that you stopped playing. It was a tiny percent of it that was, like, basically almost every reason you can think of, I think. It's like, someone told you to, you decided to, you were tired, and then the majority of the pie chart was rage quit. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Most of the time that I stop playing a game is because I rage quit. That's literally it. Sorry, oh man, I hate that. I forget, the computer just went to sleep. Shit. Oh, it's fine now. Oh, I just came back in time to die. Yay! I missed what happened when I died, but I think he was down to his green bar, or almost down to his green bar. I was very upset at that point. Here we go, attempt number 8. This isn't getting old at all. Like, once again, it's one of those situations in games where it's like, I know I can do this, so I keep trying. Like, I mean, the only thing that training more, because I realized, I'm like, what if I go grind a few levels? I'm like, well, the only thing grinding would do was it would take him longer to kill me, but he'll still kill me. You know? So what's the point? That said, I did take, like, and it'll come up soon enough, that's fine. Like, see, you do get, like, in a lot of situations with boss fights that look impossible, you do get better the more you try them. Like, this is my 8th attempt, and I've been getting him consistently down to his yellow bar for a while now, you know? It's just, as long as I have the flow, I'm totally fine, I can do this. It's just very difficult, because this guy's a bitch. It's not the... Ah! I hate getting caught by that so much. Yeah, there I was on the edge on the... Yeah, and I was really upset at that point. So upset, I'm like, you know what? Let's go try Sephiroth for a bit. And that's exactly what I did. Then Sephiroth kicked my ass a lot, and I stopped playing the game. So yeah, I stood away from Kingdom Hearts for 2 days, because I was beyond upset with it. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just clear my head, play some Advance Wars, do other things, and I'll come back to it when I think I'm ready. Because I was super fucking upset. But you know, what do you expect? You can only get your ass kicked by the gigantic ice demon so many times before you're sick and tired of it. And in my case, 8 was the limit. But you know, another day, another, what's the word? I don't know. But at this point, now I have guard on, and I get hit by a bunch of the first attacks simply because the timing for guard is different than the timing for swinging the keyblade. So I'm just getting used to it before I before I start getting into it, basically. Yeah, maybe I should have taken dodge roll off. Oh well, let's see. Do I get it now? Okay, got one. And it just gets better from here. But yeah, so these ice spikes, by the way, I really hate them. Stalactites, stalagmites, they come from the ground, so I think they're stalagmite. I don't think Tales of Symphonia lied to me all these years. But they're really annoying because they don't really chase you. It's more like they appear around you. So if you try running away from them in a straight line, chances are it's a lot like who else does that? I think Cerberus' shadow attack, I think, is somewhat like that. But it's easier to avoid, that's for sure. Whenever I avoid these ice spikes, it looks like I'm panicking and running around in circles. Like, I keep changing which direction I'm going in because I know eventually the attack will pop out in front of me. And I don't want that to happen. You know, because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, any of the other Kingdom Hearts, I'm honestly wondering, do you fight the Titans ever again in Kingdom Hearts? Rock Titan, Ice Titan, Fire Titan, Wind Titan, or hell, the Cyclops. He was a Titan too. Like, do you fight any of them? I don't know, I imagine not. I mean, what else could they do that's so different compared to how you fought them the first time? This Ice Titan fight is, you know, as much as I hate it and bitch about how difficult it is, it's a pretty awesome fight, and if you can nail it, you feel awesome. But, you know, otherwise you just feel very stressed out and you don't want to play the game anymore. But still. Because I know there's a Hercules world in Kingdom Hearts 2. I know one thing about it. Just one. But I'm wondering so many things about the second game. I cannot wait to play it. Mainly, I'm wondering, like, what are the worlds like? Because the worlds in Kingdom Hearts, like, I didn't really put this together when I first played Kingdom Hearts, but in playing it again, I realized that a lot of the worlds are very small. They're like small little tastes of the Disney world that they're based off of, the Disney film. And there really is not a lot to them. They're really small areas. They're very linear, but I honestly don't think that's a bad thing. I know people always use linear to mean like a negative, opinion, but I don't really think it is. I don't mind the levels, how they're designed. It's just I noticed that they're very small. But at the same time, I like that they're very small. Because if they're bigger, that gives them permission to, you know, put a bunch of branching paths around, and then branching paths that are very stressful to explore. But it's like, I don't know, just what is it like? I'm really curious. Are they bigger? Are they still, you know, relatively linear, but there's just more areas now? As long as some of the worlds in the next Kingdom Hearts game have more save points that you can start at, I'd prefer that greatly. Because like Halloween Town, every time I go back there, you have to go in from the beginning. There's no other save. There really should be one at the Manor Ruins, of Oogie Boogie's Manor, because that's where one of the unique monsters can pop up, the Chimera, and I kind of need to fight him a few times. And having to fight my way through the entire area is a bit annoying, just a bit. Then again, now I'm so overpowered I kill almost anything in one hit, so it really isn't anymore. But you know. Anyway, I'm doing very well. He's down to half his orange bar, right? Yeah, so he just has that, the yellow, and the green one. Which, I actually fought the Ice Titan again yesterday, I think. Yeah, the 29th. And, I went into the fight just for fun. I don't exactly know. Yeah, just for fun. And I took all my items off Sora, though. So, I only had as many cures as the MP that Sora had, which I think was like 9. I could be wrong, something around there. And I went into the fight, and I'm like, okay, let's just see what I can do. And I fucking wrecked shit. Like, it was the easiest time I ever had fighting the Ice Titan. I felt awesome. I absolutely beat him, like, totally. That was, you know, and it was funny, too, because I'm like, if I run out of magic, then I'm done. I don't have any other way of healing. Didn't need to worry about that. I don't think I ran out of magic. I think I ended the fight with, like, 2 or 3 MP left. And I was like, yeah, that's what you get for, like, bitching at me for so long and being such a difficult boss. You get destroyed. Also, I completed, I think I mentioned this also in Hades Cup 2, but I completed, I actually forgot that if you beat the cups solo, you unlock the ability to play them with a time limit. And if you beat them with a time limit, just like if you beat them solo, you get an item. So I'm like, does that apply to the Hades Cup 2? So I guess I need to try the Hades Cup solo. Of course, I'm all out of elixirs and mega elixirs, not just from Sephiroth and the Ice Titan, but also from the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix bonus boss. So I was like, I need to find more, because you can't buy elixirs or mega elixirs, and I don't know where to get them. Once again, I'll consult the Kingdom Hearts wiki to try to find out where it is I'm supposed to, where's the best spot to farm elixirs and mega elixirs, because I need them. I need them big time. Yeah, I actually like this last step of the Ice Titan, because his look how many ice things he throws at them. So basically, you have to avoid the first wave of 3 and just try to deflect the next 2 waves of 5, because that'll do a bunch of damage. And boom, there we go. Ah, no, I got frozen again anyway. Man, Ice Titan, you're such a dick. And I'm just trying to roll out of the way, stay safe, and it's just like, it's not working. And there, I leveled up. Because every time I deflect an ice cube, a little ice missile, whatever, I don't even know what I've been calling them, I get like 72 EXP. You can see a number right there. And so obviously I was going to level up soon. I honestly imagined I would level up when I killed him. I had no idea that I was deflecting that many ice things, but it's really cool. I actually have like, I think 3 or 4 tech boosts equipped now, because I got like 2 more from beating the other Coliseum challenges, and I think leveling up as well. So I think deflecting them now gives me like 150 EXP. It's pretty awesome. So I guess that's actually why I fought him again for fun, because it could get me more EXP, maybe level me up. One thing I'm curious though, even if you're by yourself, I think Donald and Goofy still get EXP. I jumped in and then I jumped out. I didn't even get to hit him. He got back up instantly. But yeah, I think Donald and Goofy get EXP even if they're not around, because like when I do go back to fighting with them, they still level up extremely quickly, like they were always there. Strange. Anyway, check that out. 1 HP. Dunzo! Victory is mine! I deserve this victory so hardcore. You're not gonna step on me. Oh, he did. Even when I win, I lose! Would have been so satisfying to crush him there. Ah well. And I get diamond dust. One of the new keyblades added to final mix. So let's give it a look. My exact reaction was, whoa, that looks pretty damn awesome. MP boost of 3. I think that's the only keyblade that does that. I also like the ice trail that it leaves when it attacks. It's a really... I like it. I actually went through the Hades Cup again with it. Since it gave me so much more MP to use. Yeah. I've really decided I think I need to stop sacrificing the rod at the start of the game, the Dream Rod, because like I really need the EXP. I mean the magic. So useful. Anyway, there we go. I beat the Ice Titan. Yay. And I got Diamond Dust. Yay. So, see you next time for my fights against Sephiroth. Till then, hasta.